welcome back to Life on the Ranch. Today we are playing Man Laws and Women Rules, the game of life's unwritten laws. I'm so excited to be playing this game because already we're starting out absolutely wonderfully by only including two genders. And then on top of that, laws is for men because, you know, the glass ceiling. And rules are for women. So is cursive, apparently. So we're starting off strong by associating sex and gender. But it's fine. So we're going to be playing this game. The way it works is there's going to be a rule. So, for example, woman rule. A woman shall know the location of everything in her house. I, the reader, then would put my own opinion here, agree or disagree. Then I would predict what the majority of the non-readers would put here. And we're not doing the betting part. Because why complicate this? We're just going to score points based on, like, if you get things right.
What do you mean get things right? Isn't that part of the game?
Well, if I predicted the majority opinion, I would get a point. If you predicted my opinion correctly.
Okay.
So, a woman shall know the location of everything in her house.
And then you have to also put what you predict Francesca's going to put.
Should I put C if I think you're going to disagree? Because there's not a majority. If there's three.
Well, there's three. But does your vote
mine doesn't count
towards the majority?
It's the majority of your opinions. Unless we're doing it where it's the majority of all of our opinions.
We did the majority of all our opinions.
Okay. So, my opinion was agree. What were your opinions?
Oh, wow.
Mine was disagree.
Mine was agree.
And then my prediction was agree.
My prediction was disagree.
So you got a point because I said agree.
Okay.
And I got a point because we voted agree and you didn't. I'm surprised you put disagree.
Yeah.
Because you know where everything is.
No, that's not true. Because I don't know where anything is in the garage, the attic, the workroom.
I wouldn't count any of those as part of the house.
Oh, well.
But yeah, I guess.
I mean, the functioning everyday part of the house, yes, I would say that I know where everything is. But there are just some things I don't care about, and so somebody else can handle it.
All right.
You gotta learn to let it go.
I need a pen.
Me, I think man or woman should know where everything is in their house. Doesn't matter that it's a woman.
Yeah, but it never works out that way.
No. Apparently not. It's a woman rule.
So you got a 0 point. Right?
I guess, yeah.
And I got 1 and you got 1. Okay.
Woman rule. No woman is required to use a tool that might break her nails.
Required to?
What it says. So I said disagree, because that's dumb.
I said that you would say agree.
I said she would disagree.
I get no points. All right.
And then
I put agree.
I put disagree.
Disagree.
You get a point, Mom. I don't think you can require...
Shouldn't I get 2 points?
No.
Oh, dang it.
You can only get 1 point per round. No, I put disagree or agree. Because I don't think anybody should be required to do anything they don't want to do.
That's why I put disagree.
That's why I put disagree.
No, it says a woman is required.
No woman is required.
Right. So I agree with that. No woman is required.
I'm confused.
No woman is required to use a tool that might break her nails. Therefore, so this is saying I can't force you as a woman to use a tool that would break your nails. I don't think that anybody can force anybody to do anything. Therefore, I agree with the statement. The inverse of this would be a man could require you to use a tool that might break your nails.
I didn't even think about the requirement aspect.
But I would be fully happy to use a tool that would break my nails, but no one is going to force me into it. I think y'all misunderstood the question, and I think I'm right.
Well, we got our points. It's okay.
Is that another rule?
Yeah.
When in doubt, Francesca's always right.
Where's that one? I'm gonna do a man law. Oh, a man's home is his castle.
Like his domain? What does that mean, his castle?
Like, he is the king. He is required to...
He's the king?
He is required to protect his land. He may have serfs.
Who would that be? His wife and children?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like to me.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm putting down. Him.
Nope.
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
You reveal first.
All right, I disagreed with that.
I also predicted you would disagree.
No, I just predicted you would agree because of your upbringing.
Some serious shit.
Yeah. Check castle. And then I predicted that you guys would disagree. Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
So everybody gets a point. Oh no, you don't get a point. Our scores are tied. We each have 2 points. Okay, my turn. I want to do a case. Okay. We'll do the one from before.
The backside has a case too.
I'll do a man law. A woman asks you on a lunch date. Since the man law states a man shall pay when on a date, do you A, pay for lunch, B, negotiate and then split the check, or C, let her pay, she asked you? My opinion is B.
Oh, nice.
Is that the middle one?
Yeah, I predicted that. Oh.
What was B?
Negotiate and then split the check.
Wait, that's what my answer was.
Well, I predicted that you would say B.
Yeah.
So I get a point, you don't get a point, and you get a point.
You thought Francesca would want the man to pay? Or is it that
Let
the
her
woman would
pay.
pay? The woman would pay.
Yeah.
All of
Well,
I thought it was a generational thing.
well, I think it kind of is.
I feel like your generation, if you asked somebody out, you would be expected to pay.
I would bring enough to pay.
And would you expect to pay?
I would expect to pay. But I think that it's appropriate on either end to offer to split. And then the woman can decide yes or no. Whoever asks.
Yeah.
Like, so if you asked me on a date,
I
would-
understand how that works because I picked B for my own generation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then you always. I didn't like how this is. You then split the check. I think that it could be you negotiate or like you.
Well,
ask.
I was thinking negotiate, like you would let her pay, but you pick up the tip.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Or
how
50-50
usually
or-
it goes when like you go out with friends anyway.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Bobby Sue, let's go to lunch. And then I get there and I'm like, my treat. And then Bobby Sue says, then I'll get the tip. And then I say, okay.
Yeah. Okay. We're on the same page. We all basically think it should be B. But some people might say C. There should not be an expectation of an offer.
But we're glad that A is off
Yeah,
the table.
A is off the table. Nobody thinks A. I would be insulted.
You'd be insulted if you asked him to dinner and he
Paid for the whole thing.
Made himself pay. If he negotiated it, like asked me, it'd be fine. But I would be really mad if he was like insistent that he pays. We would end up getting into a discussion about like why is it that you think you can pay and I can't pay. This is a first date. You don't know how much money I make.
Doesn't say first date.
It's a lunch date. What do you think this is going to be? Date 5?
Could be.
I'm just saying, on the initial date, I think you have to negotiate. All following dates,
You should negotiate.
well, yeah, you should discuss what the
Expectation is going to
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
Because he pays for our dates. You pay for our dates. You've always paid for our dates. Except our first date. Because I asked you. I paid for my own skates.
That's true.
hurts.
I think it's you, Heidi.
Great. Women rule. All men are dogs. I think that has to do with the frame of mind you're in. I put agree.
Whoa!
Oh shoot, I forgot I was supposed to judge what you were gonna say, not the majority. I knew you would put that.
You agree that all men are dogs? Dang. I got burnt on that one.
I would have gotten that right. I forgot that I was guessing you and not the majority.
And then I put disagree for you guys.
Yeah.
So you're the only one who gets a point.
I should get 2 points.
No,
Because you guys didn't guess me, and I guessed you.
That's why we get 0 points. I would have gotten that if I remembered the rules. I would have gotten that.
Who hurt you?
That's a generational thing, but also it's
No, it's not.
well, yeah, a lot of women my age feel that way.
All right.
I can't think of a man who hasn't hurt me. Yet. We'll see.
Oh my God. I'm walking on thin ice, and I will be in an hour too.
Yes, you will. We'll be down there skating away.
Okay. A woman is required to praise a man for the slightest completed task. Wow. Okay.
What's your opinion?
My opinion is that I disagree.
Baloney.
Yeah.
What? You thought that I agreed? Wrong. That's that one. Yeah, she agreed that I was going to disagree.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think he was going to disagree.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna agree.
Why did you think I was
And
going to
I
agree?
disagree.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah. No.
I got the majority.
As you go through life, you will see that that is absolutely a true statement. Absolutely. They get so butthurt if you don't say, "Oh, thank you for emptying the dishwasher, honey." Even though you, paid the bills, did the grocery shopping, cooked the meal, cleaned up the dishes. "Oh, but thanks for emptying the dishwasher, honey. I really appreciate that. You're so wonderful to me." Yeah.
Really looking behind the curtains right here in this relationship.
Well, I try to do that. We both try, I think, to be grateful of the other person and do the small things. I just don't think you should have to.
True, but you'll see.
You're really getting hung up on this required
I don't
thing.
like rules. I'm an Aquarius. I don't want to be put in a box. A man shall use any means to maintain the illusion of a full head of hair for as long as possible. I disagree.
Cool.
Is that what I flip over?
Yeah,
And then I predicted that you would put disagree.
correct.
Everybody gets a point.
That round was a wash.
We all said nah.
Woman rule. No woman who can hold a pencil under her breast without using her hands should go braless.
What a test.
I've never heard of that test.
Oh, I put agree.
That's what I said you'd put.
Oh, I predicted disagree.
And then I put disagree.
Disagree.
That's true.
See, so I should get 2 points.
No, you get
Well.
1 point.
And we get no point. Well, you
I
get
get
a
a
point.
point.
Yeah, you get a point.
I only mean in public. I mean, at home, who cares? But that's a true test. For sure.
You've
do you
heard
mean
of
it's
this
a true
before?
te-
I've
it's a
never
true
heard of
test?
this
Oh,
one.
it's a true test. 100%. No, you couldn't do that. Yours is still too perky.
I get to free the titty, I guess.
Oh. I didn't say that.
That's what the rule is. Only
No,
only
it
women
said
with
the
small
opposite.
boobs.
No, it did not say that. But that's okay.
So
Go
you're
on.
thinking all women should wear a bra all the time in public. That's your opinion.
I think there's a time and a place, yeah. I do.
Yeah, I disagree. Sometimes you got dresses that you can't wear a bra with.
We should still do something.
It's much more in vogue to go braless nowadays.
Yeah.
It is more in vogue, but that doesn't mean it looks good. It's kind of like parachute pants in the 80s. That was in vogue, but nobody looked good.
But remember, think about
How about large hair? Also in vogue. Never looked good.
Okay, but what about
wedding dresses with big sleeves? In vogue in the 90s. Didn't look good.
You had poofy sleeves.
I did not have as poofy as they could have been. I can think of some of my friends. Oh, no bueno.
But did you know in the time that that was a trendy thing?
Oh yeah, you could. Yeah. I mean, you can look at trends in like any magazine now and know like what people are wearing. You know.
Okay, but I guess
it's like men's ties. You know, they go from fat to skinny and then back to fat. You know what? You know. There should be a happy medium because the skinny tie, that was a very 80s thing.
The super skinny, like basically
it's basically a pencil that went down. Yeah. And then the super fat ties from the 70s, also not good.
I think we're at a happy medium now.
I think we are at a happy medium now.
But my point was that in my wedding dress for the reception,
yes,
I did not wear a bra.
Well, no, but you had a built-in bra.
Nope, not in that one.
There was enough there covering you up, though.
I had small tits. That's what I'm saying. You're like... But personally, anybody, if you need to free the titty. But yes, I agree that in most outfits, it probably looks better to wear a bra. For everybody.
Okay, move on.
Here we go. Let's see what we got. All right. Man law. A man is not required to write down a phone message. Wow. Who does that? Uh-oh.
Why are you changing your mind? Okay, go ahead.
I disagree.
That's what I said you'd say.
Yeah.
I had that, but then you said, well, who does that? So I'm thinking like nobody writes down phone messages anymore.
That's true. Yes. So I disagree. Right? A man is not required. If I disagree, a man is required. Oh.
So
see,
I
we
agree.
didn't no, because you and I were thinking the same again.
But so was I. And I could read
double negative BS.
Yeah, that's what always gets
We're getting
me on,
confused.
Like, yeah, that's why
we're
I always
getting
fail like the
confused.
sexual harassment thing.
A man is not required to write down a phone
work.
message. I agree.
Well, then I
okay,
agree
you
too.
can change yours. That we all agree, but I'm getting my point because I was right.
Then I agree.
I agree here too. Yeah.
I put disagree.
You disagree that men should write down phone messages?
I think if there's a phone message worth writing down, a man is just as required as a woman to write it down. Like sometimes you have to take down a phone number or something.
Well, that's what I was thinking. So I don't understand.
This is not required.
Right.
So if he got a call and it was like, this is the hospital from the University of Phoenix and your daughter's been admitted to X room on the X floor. This is the contact information. Please call us back at blah, 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 blah. If he got it, he would not be required to write it down. I think...
No, he should be required to write it down.
So that's why I put disagree.
So then I need to put this back here.
Yes. I think you also mean to switch yours.
What?
Well, then we were right in the first place. Then
No.
we both had disagree.
No, you both had...
We both had two disagrees because
Yeah.
we were disagreeing with that statement.
Yes.
No.
Because we're saying that they are required. Right?
They are required to... No, I don't agree with that. I made my switch...
You got it.
Right, I get it. I don't think that a man should be required to write down a phone message. I understand there are some cases where they should write down the phone message, but it's conditional. It's not absolute. They're asking us like important message, a message that you must write down. A man.
Let's do it again. Everybody pick up their things and we're gonna do it again.
Why don't we just pick a different card?
I don't like this card.
Yeah,
Let's try the women rule.
I really don't like the double negative.
A woman shall prefer to socialize with women rather than men. Okay. I disagree.
That's what I said you'd say.
Oh, I said you'd agree.
I don't know. I disagree.
But I think that's also like a as time goes by thing. Because when I was your age, all my friends were guys, and now they're all girls.
Yeah. I'm at 50.
Because remember, all men are dogs. Like as you get older, right? So you know, it's full circle right there.
I'm at like 50-50.
Yeah, but that's going to dwindle as your men become dogs.
I don't know. I've had a lot more issues with my women friends. I've had equal issues, men and women. But I left a whole group of women in high school to be friends with majority guys.
Me too.
Right. Which is why I think you were going to disagree.
That's what I put. So, you and I get a point. Woman rule. Your husband has been charged with a felony that could result in 20 years in prison. Since the woman rule states, a woman shall stand by her man, do you A, stay with him no matter what happens? B, stay with him only if he is found innocent. You need more than an occasional visit. C, leave him now. Your family was probably right about him.
I have to predict what you're going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, my opinion is B.
Ooh.
That's what I said.
I thought you were going to go with A.
What if the 20 years in prison is a long time?
It is a long time.
You can't even have children. You can't raise
Well,
children
it's
together.
it's
you
not
can't
even
do anything
Well,
together.
that's not even my logic. My logic is if you're found guilty, I'm gonna believe in the justice system most likely. Like if I agree with the evidence, I'll hear the case, and if I think that you committed whatever the crime is, if it's like a big deal, I mean, there's a difference in crimes, right?
Well, if it's 20 years, it's not like
It's
arson.
not a small one.
Arson's only going to give you, 3 to 5?
Yeah, so you probably like whacked somebody. And in that case, yeah, I'm not going to stay with you if you killed somebody.
Well, what if it was on your behalf?
Well, I would hear the case. If it's on my behalf, that's self-defense. What do you mean?
To me, there's an option in between A and B, where you go in with the intention of staying no matter what happens, but there are conditions in which that makes it untrue. And I think one of the cases where staying with them no matter what happens, I'm under the impression that you went into the marriage both in agreement with things, and this 20 years of prison might also be on the wife a little bit. The husband may not have acted completely independently in this scenario.
Well, then let's hope she goes to jail, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess for me, it's more of like innocence versus guilt. If I think that you're innocent, then I would try to make it work. But if you're found guilty, and then I believe that you're guilty, and I think it's a big deal crime, then I'm not going to stay with you. I think that makes sense.
Agreed.
Yeah, we'll put B.
Yeah, put A.
Okay, so I got the majority, and you get a point. Okay, so me and Mom get a point.
So add them up.
Okay, let's see.
It's big math right there.
That's a lot of addition. 1, 2, 3.
I lost.
It's down to me and Mom. We're tied at 7. Stan has 6.
Okay. Interesting. I wonder if it's because women think the same. Did we score the same?
Like on things?
Points? Yeah.
No, we disagree a lot, actually.
Oh.
Stan and I were more likely to agree than you and I.
So maybe it has to do with generation.
Yeah, or maybe we picked each other as partners because we have similar values.
It'd be interesting to have Brett in here.
Yeah, maybe you and Dad would have done it. Well, but doesn't that disprove the marriage? It could be a spouse or generation thing.
So you'd have to have
You'd have to
have one of my best friends plus my husband to figure out if it was
and
generation.
one of our friends, like another person from our generation, another person from your generation, and then a spouse.
Interesting.
So we've learned nothing scientifically, but what are our final thoughts on man laws and women rules?
I thought it was more complicated and intricate than I was expecting. I thought this was going to be a big, just game of stereotypes and stuff, but it can lead to some interesting conversation and thoughts.
Yeah, I like that you can disagree with the rules. I thought you were going to have to, like... I thought they would all be, like, cases and there was a right answer. You know? And I was pleasantly surprised that it was less sexist than I thought, because you actually got to see people's opinions and discuss them.
It really matters. It makes itself so that the audience determines, the players determine what the material is that you're judging, as opposed to it giving you stuff to judge. You know?
Right, but I think if you played this with a group of people who were very sexist, it would stay very sexist.
Yeah, right.
But if you were playing with a group of people who were less sexist, you would get very interesting conversations. Or a mixed group. You would get very interesting conversations that might lead to family arguments and eventually divorce. Because all men are dogs.
That's what we learned. That's my final statement.
Okay. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of our content, click subscribe. And if you want to know when we post, you can click the notification bell down below. Leave your comments if what you agreed with, disagreed with, which ones you thought we were just completely wrong on, in the towel section. So I hope you and yours have a wonderful day. Bye!